Good morning. Happy Tuesday. And welcome to the Morning Reset Live. Hope your morning is going well so far. Let's arrive into the space before we go any further. If you're sitting down in a chair, leaning backwards so your back is rested against the back. If you're lying down, coming to a comfortable position. If you're seated, both feet on the floor, hands nice and relaxed by your sides and your lap, maybe touching the lower belly, and then gently closing the eyes. If that feels good for you, perhaps just closing the eyes halfway, softening the focus. And taking a few moments here to settle into your body this morning. Noticing the inhale and noticing the exhale. Perhaps do a scan from the head all the way down to the feet, noticing how your body's feeling. Noticing any areas of tension or fatigue. Maybe areas that need a bit more comfort and care. Inhale to a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 4, and the next time you pause, in your mind, repeat the mantra, "Thou art with me." Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. "Thou art with me." Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. "Thou art with me." Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. "Thou art with me." Inhale. "Thou art with me." Exhale. "Thou art with me." Inhale 4. Pause. "Thou art with me." Exhale 4. Pause. "Thou art with me." And do that on your own for a few more cycles of breath. And as you pause, "Thou art with me." And we'll do a couple more rounds. And after your next exhale, just begin to let the breath flow freely. You're not trying to change it in any way, force it in any way. Just letting it flow however it needs to. Then, as you're ready, opening up the eyes, taking in the light, the room, the space, all around you. Beautiful. Maybe taking a moment and noticing how your body's feeling after that practice. Noticing the areas of tension that might still be there. Maybe one last exhale with a sweet sigh. Beautiful. And so one thing that I wanted to talk about was the changing of the seasons. And I've been noticing in friends and family that a lot of people are getting sick as we begin to transition from spring to summer. And in Ayurveda, the changing of the seasons is a time of vulnerability for the body and for the mind. And the body is transitioning from spring, from heaviness and groundedness and congestion into the hotter months of summer, into more heat, more humidity, more pungency. And this transition that's happening outside of nature is also happening internally. And as this transition occurs, if we haven't been taking care of our body in the seasonal routines of spring, it can create the conditions that bring, colds, congestion, sinuses more easily into the body. So in Ayurveda, the root cause of disease is not listening to the body. It's why slowing down and listening and creating space is so, so important as the seasons change. Because it gives us an opportunity to create the conditions that make it possible for us to have a greater relationship with ourselves and with our bodies. One of the 3 causes of disease in Ayurveda is the improper adaptation to the season or to the seasonal change. We have to adapt what's happening externally, and we have to adapt to what is happening internally. And so the changing of the seasons is an opportunity to be expanded. It's an opportunity for our life experience to open and to grow and to expand. It's an opportunity to change from what happened last season and to change where we're going in this next season. Our limitations are our imbalances. In Ayurveda, our limitations are called vikruti. It's our current imbalances. It's where we find ourselves today based on our own choices, our own decisions, our own agency. Right? But if our current imbalances are from our own choices, that means our next choices, today, tomorrow, the next day, are also our own and our own choices and decisions. And the changing of the season gives us the opportunity to change and move forward and expand and grow and to move out of our limitations. It's an opportunity to feel better in our bodies. And the seasons give us the opportunity to move, the opportunity to see where we've been and where we want to go. And so as we transition from spring to summer, perhaps begin to ask yourself, where have you been for the last 2.5 months, the last 8 weeks? What has it felt like? And where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in the next 8 weeks, this next summer season? How would you like to grow? How would you like to expand? How would you like to move beyond your current imbalance? Whatever those may be in the mind, the body, the soul, the emotions, the relationships that you have with yourselves and with others, right? This is getting in touch more with ourselves. This is having greater relationship with ourselves, and in turn having greater relationship with our beloved, with our family, with those around us, with our coworkers. So let's talk a little bit about some summer foods, some foods that you can begin to incorporate into your routine that don't require a big change in what you're doing, right? So summer foods are foods that are meant to keep our digestive fire going, but not overinflame us, not become a huge bonfire, right? So they want to keep things kind of cool, but still a little bit hot at the same time. So things to include would be melons, right? If you go to the farmer's market, there's all kinds of melons out right now, although seasonally they're better towards late summer. But these would be cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew, right? The melons have more water in them to help keep us cool, and they're easy on digestion. We also have the berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. These are excellent for summertime. They're excellent as a meal, a light meal for dinner. Actually, that's what I did last summer, and what I've started doing as the weather's heating up where I am is chopping up some berries that I've gotten at the farmer's market, putting a little bit of olive oil on it. I have a beautiful blueberry vinaigrette that I've made, and then drizzling that on top, which has been very delicious and a very light dinner, which my digestion has really responded to. So some other things would be limiting beef. Beef tends to be more heavy on the digestion. It takes more digestive fire to consume and metabolize. Same thing with brown rice. Brown rice is excellent and amazing, but it can also be really draining on the digestive system and require a bit more fire to digest fully. So during the summertime would be an excellent time to incorporate more jasmine rice, more basmati rice. Fresh fish, salmon, trout is excellent during this time of year. Let's see, coconut oil. My 3 favorite oils for summer: coconut oil, ghee, and olive oil. So coconut oil is a great addition to your cooking regimen because it's cooling, but it's still watery, it's oily, it's great for the internal and external body. So if you're using coconut oil as you cook, I would say use the refined coconut oil because it doesn't have that coconut flavor that can get into the food if you use it. And then if you use the coconut oil to massage the body, organic coconut oil is amazing. The coconut oil is light on the body, it's cooling, it's that perfect summer oil, right? It makes you think of tropical vacation. And all you have to do is massage the arms a little bit. Maybe massage the chest, massage the legs. right? And so you're caring for the body externally and internally. And then, amazing thing about massage with a coconut oil is you're naturally soothing the nervous system as you're doing it, which is a great benefit, and it feels really great as well. So, coconut oil too is a great option if you tend towards heartburn, indigestion, loose stools. These are all clues that your body is running a little bit more heated and needs a little bit more cooling. So, coconut oil can really help. Also, aloe vera juice, I love to start incorporating in the summertime. I put about a tablespoon of aloe vera juice into some water or into some diluted juice, and then I drink that. Excellent, and it helps the digestive system and gets things moving in a gentle way. Summer is also a wonderful time to start incorporating coconut water into your routine. And I know I couldn't stand coconut water when I first started drinking it. I just thought it tasted horrible without all that sugar. But I've adjusted to it and now I love it. It has a natural sweetness to it, and it helps keep the body cool in these hot summer days. So think about incorporating the coconut water into your routine as we move through summer. Summer is also a time to start reducing salt. Why? Salt increases water in the body, and we want to decrease that excess water in the body. So we want to reduce things that have extra salt in them. Things like canned soup, for instance, can have a lot of sodium. Things, frozen food meals tend to have a lot of extra sodium. Spice mixes and like McCormick packets tend to have extra sodium. So just tend to watch how much salt you're intaking. For fruits, apples are great in the summertime. Stewed apples are wonderful, especially if your digestion tends to not have a lot of fire naturally. The raw apples can aggravate it a little bit more. Limes are excellent at this time of year. A little bit of lime spritzed in your water. Excellent idea to help keep the body cool. Pineapple is a great late spring, early summer fruit to incorporate. We also have broccoli, cauliflower, peas, green beans as vegetables. And in Ayurveda, they would say don't have too many tomatoes during the summertime. But let me tell you, I have a garden right now full of fresh tomatoes that I cannot wait to eat. And I'll keep an eye on how's my digestion going as I'm consuming the tomatoes. Just watching out for the heartburn, the indigestion, and maybe as I use the tomatoes, put a little bit of cooling spice on it, like some dill. Maybe a little good olive oil, like, or some coconut oil. Right? So there's ways that we can begin to balance these more heating foods to the more cooling foods to adapt them to the season. If you have strong digestion, then summer is an excellent time to eat the raw fruits and the raw vegetables and the salads. Usually those things are just too hard on the digestion. They require too much of a digestive fire and can cause overheating and inflammation. But summertime is an excellent time if your digestion is good to incorporate those. And also summer is an excellent time to incorporate the green juices. Those help clear the liver, help reduce the fieriness of the liver, help cool the body. Maple syrup as a sweetener is wonderful. Small amounts of honey are good. And so we also have some spices like cilantro, naturally cooling, dill, peppermint, mint, spearmint, all the mints basically. Excellent, excellent summer herbs. Hibiscus is another good one. Hibiscus and like a strawberry water would be really yummy. Or hibiscus lemonade would be really great and fantastic. During the summertime, we want to limit the nuts, limit the almonds, the cashews, the peanuts. These just can be naturally more heating and inflammatory. And for our routines, right? Because I think it's easy to overdo everything in the summer because the sun is out for so long, and we have all this extra energy and daylight hours to do everything. But we still want to be on a routine with regular times for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. Moon baths are an excellent thing to do in the summertime. The lunar energy is more feminine, it's cooling. It can just be nice to sit outside underneath the moon and do a moon bath during the summer. And just as we wrap up here this morning, how we treat ourselves is a mirror for how we treat others. Do we give ourselves the nourishment, the nurturing, the ease that we need? And in turn, do we give the nurturement or the nurturing and the nourishment to those around us, to our kids, to our most beloved? Do we take time for ourselves? Do we take time for what we need? And do we give time and space to those around us? Ayurveda is the practice of a lifetime. We are always changing, as the seasons always change. We're always learning as the seasons are always teaching us. So as we move forward today, as we move forward for the rest of this week, let this summer be your teacher. How do you want to treat yourself? And how do you want that reflected in the relationship that you have with others, with your most beloved, with your family, with your kids, with your coworkers, with whomever it is, with yourself? What is it that you're most desiring for yourself in this season of transition, in this season of summer as your teacher? Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If you have any questions, comments, want me to cover anything, please let me know in the comments. Most of you watching are not subscribed for meditation, yoga, and our Tuesday morning reset. Hope to see you next time. Be well and nourished.